We're here outside the Van der Boven camp hide, overlooking the top new piece, and this has been one of the best parts of the reserve to catch up with our birds over the last couple of weeks. We're joined by thousands of golden plover, lapwing, dunlin, and lots of rough and curlew dropping in too, mixing amongst the widgeon. It's been a fantastic sight to see. Over on the rushy, our Buick swans have also started to arrive. First bird on the pond this year was a yearling that we've called Trotsky. She arrived on the 8th of November, which was getting on for nearly the latest arrival the swans have ever made for 50 years. And just over the hedge on the tack piece, our white fronts also made an equally late arrival. Their numbers only just starting to grow into double figures. But hopefully all of these birds are going to start to increase over the next few weeks as we get ready for our wild winter events in January. For me, winter is when Slimbridge is at its absolute best, so the series of weekend events will look to celebrate the diversity of species that we have across the reserve. We'll be kicking off in the new year with a weekend celebrating the spectacle of Slimbridge in winter and the sheer number of birds that we can get here. That will be followed by a weekend where you can find out more about the Buick swan research that takes place here at Slimbridge. Our third weekend will look at ducks and geese across the reserve, and we'll finish the month with a selection of talks from projects that started here at Slimbridge and have gone on to save species right across the world. For more details on all of the events and to book your places on our special walks and talks, head to the website to find out more.
Welcome to Toad Hall. Today you're joining me in front of the golden dart frogs, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the things we do to help keep the tadpoles safe. You can find these dart frogs on the rainforest floor of Colombia, where their yellow skin really stands out. And the reason why it stands out is so that predators will see where they are, so they know not to mess with them. And that's because one drop of poison from their skin can kill up to 10,000 mice. Our group of dart frogs that we've got here at Slimbridge get bred in the winter time, and we actually put their tadpoles in something a little bit special when it comes to development, and that is tea. We got told this little secret from Paignton Zoo, and ever since then we've been putting our tadpoles in the redbush tea. Now the reason why we put it in the tea is because it's full of antioxidants, and that helps protect the tadpoles from fungus and bacteria. So come visit us here at Slimbridge, where you can get a closer look at our golden dart frogs here in Toad Hall. There's also an opportunity to see one of our daily amphibian talks, where you can get a closer look at some of our collection. We really hope to see you there.
Hi everyone, we have returned to the Asian pen, where we want to tell you a little bit more about some of the species that we introduced you to in September.
Over the last few months, the males have left their eclipsed plumage behind and have molted through back to their beautiful best.
The bright colours that you see on these male ducks are all about impressing the females, and the females are the one that does the choosing. The bright colours are what we call an honest signal. And an honest signal means that the male's characteristics are a true reflection of his quality or his health. So she knows exactly who to pick. And if you look in the Asian pen behind me at species like falcated ducks with their beautiful emerald heads, or red-crested pochard with their gigantic ginger pom-poms, you'll get an idea of why these colours are just so important for breeding.
We've moved over now to the Barnacle Island exhibit to take a look at the common eider. The eider, like the birds that Paul talked about in Asia, are an example of a species that do not show breeding fidelity between the seasons. Therefore, it's more important than ever for these birds to get some flirting in the early season. To the human eye, the plumage of the male eider is a stunning thing to behold, from the futuristic lines to the green hues. But for the female, who can see on the UV spectrum, he's even more dramatic than we can imagine. Couple this with an amazing display and a beautiful vocalisation, the male eider is surely one of the gems of the bird world. When it comes to breeding birds, it's all about giving the females choice. So at the beginning of spring, we will give a female access to as many males as she needs to make the decision of who will be the father of her offspring in the future year.